Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson.
A15 PCA.
A-Tip454.
And Rose.
Be sure to follow us over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. So we had a trailer for Dora and the Lost City of Gold. And they didn't call Dora the Explorer. It's so weird because it just literally takes the name of the character, the looseness of her knowing things and going on adventures, and just leaves everything else behind because there's no narrative there. It was just
a kid's show.
It wasn't even just a kid's show. It was just an edutainment show. Kids teach kids numbers, letters. Following directions. So this movie being made, it made me laugh a little bit. It's like I definitely didn't hate it, but I'm not in love with it.
You know what? They overloaded on the Hispanic
actor
list.
It's super Hispanic.
It was like there's that one single character that isn't
every popular Hispanic. Modern Hispanic is in this.
Yeah,
I'm surprised they didn't have what's his face. He'll come to me later. But it's really funny. But the whole setup, she's like an explorer doing her thing, and I guess she has parents because she did have parents in the show, but they weren't explorers.
And she had a little sister.
Well, they want to have to make a story. They're trying to.
And there were Dora the Explorers where she was in high school. Yeah. Like they were directed video.
Yeah.
And it was nothing like this.
She has like longer hair.
I'm complaining about the non-continuity of Dora the Explorer.
I guess.
I do like it that if you had it known there was a show called Dora the Explorer going into this movie, you wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't be like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, you would think like, oh, young Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Yeah. The funny thing is, Dora the Explorer hasn't been a thing in a long time.
No.
I know they had that older version of her cartoon, but the version that they're depicting in this hasn't been on the air forever. So the parents remember. So, like, when the young kids want to go see this, I guess they'll get all the stupid jokes from having to watch it 1,000 times.
The thing is, if you have, like, the Noggin channel, it's, like, on those kind of shit.
Yeah, it's, like, played on, like, a repeat from old stuff.
Yeah.
But, the only thing I didn't really like is her little pink top and orange shorts, and it was because it was for a cartoon. That's, like, little kid clothes. And she's obviously a teenager dressing like a little kid. It just looks weird.
Yeah.
But I think it's the whole, I'm going to go as me.
Yeah.
I also kind of flashed a little bit on Mean Girls when Katie went to her first day at school and how she's like, I'm going to try to fit in and do what I would do normally. And everyone's like, what is your problem?
The thing is, I think would have been better for this show, personally, when I saw the trailer. I wish it would just all would have been in high school and Dora being in there. It would have been funny.
Without the big adventure?
Yeah, I think that would have been cool to see that. Kind of like they did with the Brady Bunch. It's fish out of water thing. I think that could have been better.
Where it's like she's trying to apply jungle survival tactics to just being in high school.
Yeah. I think that would have been better.
But I guess the parents go to go, they find the Lost City Gold, and they send her to go with their cousin, which is Diego, which anyone remembers Diego had his own show that was more animal-based.
Yeah, and that's one thing that's getting
He had an older sister, right?
He did.
I don't, but there was another female.
Older female.
Diego in his own right was more bad A than Dora.
Because he was, again, because it was supposed to be the boy show, so a little more action.
Yeah, he would rescue animals.
Baby Jaguar opened the house.
He had a Jaguar. I don't care if it was a baby or not. He had a trained Jaguar.
Yeah, I think that's the only complaint you can really
There
have.
There needs to be a scene in the movie where they're like being hunted by the Jaguar and it attacks him and it remembers it's him and it's Baby Jaguar. They have to do stuff like that.
Or have a scene where all the bad guys are, group on Diego and he's like, you guys don't want to do this, and that Jaguar just comes out of nowhere.
Maybe Diego simulated to like normal life better, but maybe once he's in the jungle, he actually does have that.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Because they kind of show Diego's kind of a wuss a little bit in this.
Yeah.
He needs to the line breaks and everything comes back to him. Like, he's old, having to survive and everything, and him and Dora actually become like a good team.
I know this might sound really bookish and nerdy. I almost want a scene from, like, the book Hatchet, when the guy got lost and he, the kid had a train. In Hatchet 2, he gets lost again, and all those little things start coming back. Yeah. That's what I want. There's this little hints that it's coming back. I
love the person who's playing Dora the Explorer. I think she looks like the character.
Oh, and she has a super sweet, kind of innocent voice. Yeah. Do they make the joke, because originally in the original cartoon she would stop and look at the screen and be like, oh, did you find the number? Should they make...
They got done once or twice.
Yeah. Should there be a fourth wall break where she turns and looks at the camera and like asks the audience
that would
something?
be funny.
There's a girl...
They're like, who are you talking to?
Well, there's a girl in the group that seems like to be questioning all that. She's always the one saying, like, of course she has a monkey. It'd be funny if, like, she says that to the screen and she's like, who the heck are you talking to?
She pulls out this huge buck knife.
Yeah.
Of course she brought a knife.
I have a little bit complaint with her. Okay, when she keeps doing it, okay, you're in a kind of survival area. You're in the jungle. Get over yourself. Okay, who cares if she knows a monkey? At this point, I'm listening to Dora. We're in the jungle. She knows what she's doing. I'm not listening to you complaining about, how does she know this? How does she have that?
Boots is her monkey.
Yes.
And in the cartoon, he talked. In this trailer, we don't hear him speak, but Danny Trejo is the voice of Boots. I don't know how he's going to do it because Boots had like a little kid voice, so he's going to have Danny Trejo, this big, intimidating man, and this little monkey. Like, that's not gonna. I just can't wait to hear him. It's just gonna be insane.
Do you make the main villain Swiper?
There has to be a bad guy who's like this guy trying to steal the gold, and he's like swipe, like he's not a fox, but he's just like a guy, and that's like his code name.
Or do you think the guy that's helping him right now is Swiper?
Because there's a part because they get kidnapped, and like, oh, you're gonna help us find your parents, and there's like a guy, oh, get out, I'm gonna help you. We don't know who this character is. Maybe it's Swiper. Helping them, pretend helping them, just so he can swipe it
at the end,
and no swiping. Oh man! See, there's those little things. Do you have that?
Yeah, I think also when you look at it, maybe they're all working together, and it's just a plot just to get that, so they're going to use Dora because she knows what she's doing.
She has her backpack, and then the map. You see the map?
There's the map.
The map.
I do like to make that joke that it keeps pulling stuff out because she's always has like a million things in her bag.
When I first heard about this, and we actually, if you go back and we did talk about this like half a year ago when it got first announced, and I thought, how are they going to do it? Well, I think they took the framework of how they did the new Jumanji.
Yeah.
Hey, let's take something that everyone knows. We'll play with it. We'll be ridiculous. We'll have silly things, and it doesn't look bad. No, it honestly does not look bad.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun.
It looks like a lot of fun. It has a lot of Nick charm, like
Nickelodeon charm.
Yeah.
A lot of gags, a lot of things like, oh, we're not safe. Oh no, we're really not safe. Like the things rolling down the hill and everything. I don't know if the nephews and nieces really want to see it. I really don't. I wouldn't be too against it. I really wouldn't.
But it's so funny about that when you look at it. Do you think this actually jump starts and they do a cartoon, but like more like this where it's more adventurous with her because of it? It could happen if it's popular enough,
or even like a live action. TV
like
show.
A Nickelodeon show because they do have live action shows. I don't know. I am adequately surprised because I came in this with nothing, not a thing. Think it was gonna be silly and stupid. It looks like it's kind of taking itself as serious as enough as it should, and then still have the silly stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that her father's being played by the guy who's in Ant-Man.
Michael Pena, is that his name? But yeah, he needs to do that story where he like, I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy. Like that's like his gag.
That's so
but
funny.
yeah, like we said before, this thing is jam packed with.
Yeah.
Look at that. Benicio del Toro, Danny Trejo, Eva Longoria, Michael Pena, Eduardo Deblez, Isabel. This is super Latina, and Latino show, and that's fine. I like that. That's cool because.
But it seems to fit here. Like, when they did it in the Spy Kids, it just seemed off-putting to me. I don't know. I didn't like
this. Looked, again, you bring that up, this does feel like this could be a Spy Kids adventure.
The first Spy Kids didn't feel that way. It's like,
no, but I'm about the second and third one.
Yeah. But, it's just so weird to see a movie like this. Like, jam-packed with so much Hispanic.
I like it. I think it's kind of cool.
It's good. It fits here. It seems to really fit the...
Because it makes it because she's Hispanic, and then so her family would be, and then I guess other people, they would know. It actually, so it's not like they took a character and all of a sudden...
It's not shoehorned, yeah.
Yeah, well, we're going to make her Hispanic now. No, she was always Hispanic, which is cool. You know, for what... the context of Dora the Explorer. We're going to talk about canon and everything. I don't think that really matters. You're going to have the blue cow. You're going to have all those other characters.
Yeah.
Didn't she only speak Spanish? Wasn't there a couple of characters that only spoke Spanish?
Yes, there was only characters.
So, like, I wonder if they're going to have human versions of those characters. Like, oh, he's like the blue ox. It's really supposed to be that blue cow. Like, things like that.
Or maybe it'll just be a nickname. Like, he's big and
strong. That's it.
And then when she asked the audience for help on something, did they have, like, that pause that he did in the cartoon for, like, about 5 seconds?
No, it'd be funny if she does that, but she's really talking to another character who's like, wait, what? I don't know. Like, and it just, like, goes to another person.
It looks right at the camera.
Should her map be magical?
Maybe magical in the sense, but kind of.
Here's the thing. This is how I figured out. MAP should stand for something like
a GPS
like MAP stands for like motorized adaptive projection, and that's the map that pops out. And so like it's the map, and it can talk.
Do you want her to say the 3 steps to the city? Like,
yeah.
Oh, we got to go over the dangerous mountain.
Through the river. Under they say it again like 3 times.
Yeah.
It's funny, and then she'll say it 3 times. Like, yeah, Dora, we get it. You don't have to keep saying it.
I just want to make sure.
But how often do they make those callbacks? Because it can get old and stale. You have to like do them once every like 45 minutes because you forget about them. Like, oh yeah, that's a dumb thing you used to do in the show. There's a lot of fun that can be had here. Will they do it? I don't know, but it's worth a shot.
I'm hoping the high school is in just like 15 minutes. I hope it's a little bit more of the movie. But then
you know what? It might be though, because the way
they go on a field trip and then they get kidnapped and then they're in the jungles.
Yeah, jungles.
Then it's Tomb Raider, little baby Tomb Raider.
Which, hey, the way they go with it, I think that wasn't a bad way to go with it.
I am thoroughly surprised. Crimson Saint here. Thanks for watching the video. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single upload. If you have any tips or story ideas, hit us up on Twitter at C15Podcast, or better yet, join our Discord server, link in the description below.